We can go ahead and get started with today's lab notes. This is the exact same room layout as yesterday's. This is a 4-room start. It seems again. Oh, and here's... Okay, there's a secret passage right there. I will come back for that. So, yeah, same room setup. Different lab. Because the secret passage has moved. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Running Gag, Super Nappy, Ath. What build would you advise for POELAB farming? If you are if you are starting out POELAB farming, the Juggernaut build is probably the best because while slow, it is tanky and it allows you to learn the lab essentially, or learn how to run lab essentially. Okay, that secret passage is... The secret passage takes you ahead 1 room. That's not that fantastic. If you have some experience with lab, I would recommend a Slayer build or a Champion build. And if you have a lot of experience with lab, then a Pathfinder build. Essentially, the more experience you have with lab, the faster and less tanky you can make a build. Make a lab build, essentially. Or the faster / less tanky lab builds you can make. Yeah, for me, I make Pathfinders. At this point, I should start making more Pathfinders because, what's it? I mean, I league started with one and it seems to be working absolutely fine. So, that seems very nice. Cyclone Slayer, yep, Cyclone Slayer. I would say that's the nice middle tier lab runner. Wow, this room is empty. Yeah, this room does not have a point. This room's point of interest is straight up empty. I run Pathfinder and you feel like you're going to vomit when you get an acceleration shrine. Yeah, it's really nice to get an acceleration shrine because you just finish the lab super fast. However, it's really hard to control. Like, it feels like you're suddenly, like, normally you're like this, it's like you're driving a car. The moment you get a acceleration shrine, it's like driving on ice. Like, you're kind of aware, it's like, you have control, but you're aware that every now and then you're gonna slip and go somewhere. Or there's a chance that you slip and go somewhere. It's like, ah. Alright. What is this? Is this a point of interest? No, it is empty. Moving speed exceeds reaction speed. What gives 100% treasure key? I ask because sometimes you open a treasure and you don't get a key at all. A curious lockbox will guarantee a treasure key. If it is a labyrinth trove, it is not a treasure key. But it is a random assortment of loot. Oh, hey, it's Argus. You're along the main path. Good morning, Chris Cho. Watch as I with phasing on haste and 14% move speed with grace, and you're running 2 essence worms. Ooh, that's nice. Are you doing? Well, okay, hold on. So the phasing thing is nice, but you should be having 100% uptime on phase run because phase run gives you move speed. I was going through my head of what's it? Yeah, phase run as well. So okay, sorry. My line of thinking is specifically to this character. Was that dual swords? Okay, I'll get it the next phase. My specific line of thinking involved my character, and that is I would run one essence worm, and I would have it'd be a ring swap essentially. I'd have an essence worm with haste in it, and I would have grace on normally, like I would grace on as I would right now, like I do right now. It would be and I would have a movement speed Watcher's Eye. So I'd have a movement speed Watcher's Eye with grace, and then have haste and an essence worm ring swap. And when I'm not running and I'm fighting, I would take the essence worm off and put on like a regular good ring, and use Arctic armor for defense or something like that. Like it's a weird. You could, I guess, keep haste up all the time, or essence worm haste on all the time, in order to essentially to have the attack speed for Toxic Rain. I guess maybe you should do that instead of doing awkward ass ring swap. Oh, that was also a trap gauntlet over there, and I forgot to mark. I guess in my mind I was thinking, oh no, you like swap off the ring for a damage ring, something that has global damage on it, but maybe the haste will outpace the global damage. Also, I feel like a phasing and a Watcher's Eye that has the phasing thing and the move speed thing on it is very expensive. And I can see why you would want to use the phasing, why you'd want the phasing Watcher's Eye. Because I get 100% uptime on phasing, so you can move unhindered, and so enemies don't detect you. I see the value in that. But I feel like you should have 100% uptime anyway with your phase run, because you always want to be, like, running at top move speed. So, and all that Watcher's Eye would do is basically just, it would just basically fill in, like, the 2 seconds every now and then that you don't have phase run. But that's me. Watcher's Eye was 15 exalts. Yeah, that's not worth it in my mind. That's definitely not worth it in my mind, but personal preference, I guess. Yeah, no problem running gag. The main reason we included that build to that page is because let's be honest. I'm never gonna make an expensive lab runner. So I was fairly comfortable putting someone who has an essentially the highest budget version of this character, or a character of this archetype. Because I'm not gonna make one. I'm gonna be honest with myself. I'm never gonna make one, so I don't mind featuring someone who's already done that. Even in Trap Gauntlet and Escort Gauntlet. So the only places to get the Curious Lockboxes is behind the Gauntlets and Puzzles. They do not spawn behind these silver doors anymore. That was changed in 3.0. And Intricate Lockers no longer exist while I'm at it. 527% Pathfinder version due to speedruns for rank 1 viable. I mean, if you have the hardware to compete for rank 1 at that point. It honestly does come down to hardware. Good connection, lagless, ability to open doors. which is probably a technical skill. Alright, so that's just a silver door in this path. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, that's just such a strange thing that for the labyrinth leaderboard, it just comes down to hardware competition. Ooh, that is not a fun Azaro fight. That is, ooh. That's not a good way to start the year. Okay, that didn't feel good. Replacing efficacy with level 4 and power on a +1/+2 socket bow is worth it. If I had empower, I'd replace the increased duration, probably. Or do whatever Path of Building says gives you better damage. And remember, you're scaling the pod dot. Take note. Remember, you are scaling the pod dot. I have Azaro as a wallpaper for my desktop? No. I have a Dark Souls desktop. Alright, this is an escort gauntlet. Oh, it's a split path at the very end. What was this? Okay, there's a trap gauntlet in the middle. Okay. He's like Mirage Archer, but the DPS increase is also in Path of Building, what you said. Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess at that point, just Path of Building probably, in terms of min-maxing DPS, go with whatever Path of Building says. Yeah. I don't mind running the double setup. The toxic rain with a manual Mirage Archer. Because it's not like I'm going to use another 6-link for anything spectacularly important, so I might as well just turn my Mirage Archer into a second 6-link, if I ever got a second 6-link. Okay, let me through. Open, 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 thank you. Hey, there's a switch puzzle. Does it have a key behind it? It does have a key behind it. Okay. So, real quick, I always like doing this every time I see this trap gauntlet, because this trap gauntlet has a very, very easy solution. So, the goal of this puzzle is to get all the gears spinning. You can see that there's 2 gears spinning next to each other. The puzzle always starts with 2 of the gears spinning. What you do is you take these 2 spinning and hit the switch that's in the same row. So these 2 are spinning, you hit this switch. Then from the switch you just hit, you go across and hit that switch, and then you hit the switch next to that one, and it's done. Works every single time. So if these 2 gears down here are spinning, you would hit this switch across next. If these 2 are spinning, this switch across next. Just easy, the easiest solution. You find the 2 that are spinning, you pick the switch in the corner, then go across, then go to the one next to it. Boom. Oh, and as I was standing up to adjust my seat cushion, I just yanked my headphones out. Alright, I gotta go to the other side now. Because I'm still missing what? I'm still missing a Dark Shrine. I know there's a door right up there, but I need to go down. Okay, so yeah, never mind.
Justice.
I was gonna go down here to check for a dark shrine, but there isn't a dark shrine. Let me take a screenshot real quick. And Sura WR, thank you very much for the sub. It's very much appreciated. Thank you very much for the support. Dark Shrine? Yeah, Dark Shrine in the side room. That's unfortunate.
Dark influences reside in dark.
Hey, another key. So I got an extra enchant and another key. Awesome. Yep, lab's gonna lab. Unfortunately, the year has started out with some bad lab RNG. How cheap is this character? This character was a league starter, so it can be... I built it off from nothing, pretty much. The only thing I can specifically say its cost is this +2 bow. The 6th link for... The 6th link div card cost about 18 chaos when I bought him, and then I spent another 5 chaos on the essence to give it a +2. I don't know how much the Devotos cost right now, nor... Well, it's mostly the Devotos that probably cost a lot. The Queen of the Forest is probably pretty cheap. Oh, and this was spinning blades and the furnace traps. Critical strike chance, nope. Flat lightning damage, yeah. Hey, got my offering back. Oh, and I got the frickin' lab chest. Lab body armor. The vote is 18C at the moment. Okay, so at least 20 chaos. Or, sorry, 18 plus 5 is 23. Oh, hold on, let me do this, wait. 18 jumpsuits, 36 plus 5 is 41 chaos. There you go. Okay. Let me go ahead and get these lab notes made.